One of the big stories for us this afternoon concerns that visit by Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, whom you can see live there, arriving at the Union buildings, taking a stroll with the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. They are conversing there. The two men met last week in Paris when President Ramaphosa was there attending a couple of meetings in the capital of France. Now Macron has been visiting parts of Africa. Yesterday he was in Rwanda apologizing for France's shameful role in the genocide in 1994. And today he's in South Africa, where he's having talks with the South African counterpart, President Ramaphosa, and the delegations. And we expect trade, COVID-19, plus other matters of common interest to be discussed there this afternoon. They are getting ready there for a photo op. I think that's what is happening there before they move into the building. Both gentlemen properly dressed, with their masks, of course, and distancing as well as they can. We saw earlier the official presidential guard having arrived there ahead of this arrival. So let's just listen in a bit. Maybe. Well, the pomp and ceremony, of course, that accompanies the state visit by a visiting head of state, this time Emmanuel Macron, giving that hospitality at the Union buildings with that gun salute to the Presidential Guard of Honor, and he inspected it. Now, President Ramaphosa, as a host, is introducing members of his cabinet, some members of his cabinet, the South African government, to the visiting Emmanuel Macron at the Union buildings. Look at that beautiful setting there with the red carpet around the greens there. Macron, they're speaking to Fikile Mbalula, the Minister of Transport. They've been going on talking to the various members of cabinet and government who are at the Union buildings to accompany President Ramaphosa when they have their discussions with President Macron, with his French government delegation this afternoon at the Union buildings, where we expect, among other topics, issues of trade and COVID-19. And that's the Health Minister, Dr. Mkhize Ukhabazela, being introduced as we speak to you. And I think that's Ma'am Patricia DeLille, Public Works, if I'm not mistaken, my sight is serving me right. So it's part of the welcoming ceremony that's been laid out for President Emmanuel Macron, who's visiting the country on a first state visit to South Africa. So we expect that during the talks, of course, they'll be strengthening their bilateral relations, discussing issues of trade, investment, COVID-19 issues. There could also, we expect, issues of security in the region, because France is involved. This company, Total, is involved in northern Mozambique, where there's been insurgency there since 2017. Just yesterday, President Ramaphosa took part in the meeting of the SADC Troika in Maputo in Mozambique to discuss solutions for that conflict. France has an interest in that. I'm sure Macron will be expecting to hear from President Ramaphosa about the decisions that were taken yesterday, although we know there's another meeting set for the 20th of June by SADC to continue their discussions on what kind of interventions the SADC will put in northern Mozambique. That's just one matter that we believe will be on the side. And of course, United Nations issues, the whole role of Africa in the United Nations is expected to be top of mind as well. But as bilateral issues go, it will be trade, investment by France and South Africa. In South Africa, we know, of course, that South Africa is France's largest trading partner in Africa, and France and South Africa is France's second largest trading partner in the EU. So as trade and relations go between the two countries, they're very tight, so to speak. So this afternoon, I'm sure there'll be further strengthening those. They are the two leaders, as you're watching, walking in the Union buildings after inspecting. Now it's going to be the other way around. And we're going to see now President Macron introducing President Ramaphosa to the French government delegation. That's taking place. So it's bilateral. So you show me your team and I'll show you my team kind of setup. Now that's happening as we speak. Let's listen in.
Wonderful job here. We were inaugurating our new chief of the defense force. So today I've been with men in uniform the whole day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day, that's right. Good to meet you. Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you, man. Yes. Yes. I saw you the last time. Yes. Thank you. Let's go forward and sit a little bit and then join us for our discussions.
Okay.
Yeah. I work here in this building, but now during COVID, we're tending to work more from home and have meetings virtually as well. check. We call it a check. But we really want to put it in. Check. And then we hand it to the hand. And then we take it to so we do the money. No, let me put it in. Oh yes. And black people, Emmanuel, did not stay in the city, for starters. They did not live in the city, although the city is constructed in a way where there are apartments and like any other city in the world. So it is constructed in a way
left and right,
Well, on that rhythmic note, we come to the end, of course, of that welcoming ceremony with the inspection of the Presidential Guard by the visiting head of state, Emmanuel Macron, accompanied by his host, President Cyril Ramaphosa, at the Union Buildings. And we had a little bit of a chit-chat as each leader was introducing their cabinet ministers and saying it's a beautiful day, and President Ramaphosa explaining the story around the Union Buildings. They've now walked inside where the talks are about to take place, covering a lot of important bilateral matters. We'll bring you, of course, more analysis on this and other stories here on ENCA. You're watching the Midday View on ENCA DSTV channel 403. Don't go anywhere.